Did you know that there are 820,000 unpaid caregivers who are taking care of an adult loved one here in Washington state? Well, technology is crucial. It's a crucial component when it comes to our seniors and caregiving. And I recently spoke about this issue with AARP's State Director, Marguerite Ro, and Shauna Sweeney, who is the founder and CEO of Tender.
Younger caregivers under 50 are more likely and interested in using tech than caregivers who are older. There's a lot of potential to use technology in caregiving, but nearly 70% of older adults don't believe that today's technology is designed with them in mind. Poor user experience is one of the biggest barriers to tech. But I will say that the use of technology is on the rise. For instance, in 2019, only 1% of Medicare enrollees were using telehealth visits, and today, nearly 25% of them are taking advantage of telehealth visits.
That's really great news because that is right there saving lives. I have to say, technology is a crucial component in our lives, most aspects, including caregiving. What are some of the examples of the growing number of devices and, let's say, services that are available to help?
Technology is seeping into nearly all aspects of our lives, from home monitoring systems that lets caregivers know if their loved ones are okay, to new devices such as smartwatches that can detect if someone falls. And then there's an abundance of mobile apps that folks can access through a computer, an iPad, or smartphone that can help with everything from transportation to food delivery to health tracking apps. Because of so much of what we do today is on the computer. For instance, I actually use a program that lets me access and help my dad with his computer when he runs into a problem with completing or printing out forms.
Well, Sean, I want to talk to you now because I want to talk about Tender. And it's a company using technology to make it easier and more affordable for people that are kind of stepping into the role of family caregiver, because I know that's something that we are all, or at least most of us, are going to be in at some point. You had your own personal experience that led you to launch your company. Tell us about it.
Well, 9 years ago, my dad was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. This was at the age of 60, way before we were ready for this. I really took over most of the responsibility of managing his life at that point. And what I learned pretty quickly was that all of the apps that I've come to use for my own life, they didn't yet exist for being able to do this on behalf of someone else. And so I started to develop all these hacks and systems for doing this, but pretty quickly realized someone was going to need to step up and make this easier for those of us who are doing this work. And so that's when I used my maternity leave to found Tender. And Tender, it's really just the opportunity to do all of the most important things on behalf of someone else in one place. It's really a super app that makes it easier to make big decisions for caregiving, managing the day-to-day, and also a lot of the big challenges that come up with family caregiving too.
What are some of the examples of what Tender does?
One of the most important things that Tender does is it flags and it recommends all of the most important legal documents you're going to need along the way. This could be power of attorney, advanced health directives, living wills. We make it really, really easy for families to be able to do this on our platform.
So smart to remind people of that. I remember scrambling to get those things done with my own mother. How do you see Tender and other advances in technology change and help how we care for our loved ones?
I just think the most important thing to take away is that technology really shouldn't be looked at as scary or too complicated. It really needs to play a much bigger role in the way that we're taking care of each other. And I just think right now, the most important focus should be on organizing all of the most important information for a family in one place, making sure that you know what documents you're going to need to know when, and also looking for that community to support you along the way for what can often be a pretty challenging journey.
What are you most excited about when looking at the future of technology and how it relates to caregiving?
I'm so excited about where technology is going right now. It's finally catching up with all the hacks and tricks and wisdom that we caregivers have been sharing with each other now for years. I think the most amazing advancement by far is happening right now in artificial intelligence. Right now, what it's allowing us to do is store all of the most important information we as a family need about one another, but it's also putting the collective wisdom of millions of caregivers, social workers, experts, like AARP right into the palm of our hands. So for so many caregivers, the biggest challenge right now is feeling like you're alone on this journey. I think tech is showing us that we don't have to be anymore. It's really helping us solve this together.
Yeah.
And I'm most excited about smart home technology that helps folks live in their homes safely and independently. And I'm really interested in devices and technology that are easier to use and designed with older adults in mind.
And this is so true. It'll make all the difference in keeping seniors in their homes. And for more information on technology and caregiving, visit the website on your screen. You'll find lots of resources for caregivers, and keep an eye out for a video podcast conversation, which is going to come soon between Marguerite and Shauna. You don't want to miss that. That'll be a really great conversation there.